all of them towards down. MIBR trying to push back towards the CT. Big paranoia to come across. Plant still comes in no matter what. An assist from the wingman to get the clap onto RG, allowing OXY to get his second ace of the VCT Americas.
Hey guys, this is Pedro and I'm back with a brand new interview again covering week 1 of the VCT Americas kickoff event. I'm here accompanied by OXY of Cloud9 following their 2-1 series victory over MIBR for the team's opening win of the entire year. So OXY, really appreciate you taking the time just having this quick interview with me. It really did feel like you were the man of the entire show for that entire series. I just want to know how was that experience, just competing, hearing the crowd chant your name repeatedly? What was that like?
I mean, it's just beautiful. I mean, I've also played in Tier 2 last year without a crowd, and then I got warmed up for the preseason. I played with the crowd for the first time, and then now I'm just so motivated and so ready to play. It's just beautiful.
Oh yeah, definitely show, what with you showing your passion after each big play that you pulled off throughout the series. How was that like energy like for you, just taking in the entire scenes, playing as well as you did, and then also taking home the dub at the end of the day.
I honestly I don't know what to think. My mind's a little racing a little bit still. So I mean, it was just crazy. It's just a crazy experience.
Oh yeah, it really did feel like the entire world was just looking at you pop off,
Yeah.
especially in that final map of the series in which you pull out those 2 aces. I mean, it's one thing to just look at you just pop off and just pull out those critical plays that just push the team towards that W. But exactly how exactly did you pull off those kinds of plays that were presented to you when that happened?
I don't know. To be honest, I just ran in and shot my gun. Hey, they all died. That's all that happened.
It's just definitely how it is. It just happens to people that are just in the zone, and yeah, it definitely was a sight to behold. But yeah, taking a look into the entire series with C9, of course, you guys had a very tough show, a showing against an MIBR team that frankly did not have as much expectations surrounding them heading into this series. But from your lens, what was it like taking on MIBR and the kind of challenges that they showed to you guys in this arena? What was that kind of front like for you?
It put a little pressure on me. I had the very ups and downs here and there. Again, ace, then started dying through walls and stuff like that. But I think we overcame the challenges pretty well, and we played together and we won.
Oh yeah, for sure. And there was a moment in which the series could have gone differently had a certain thing went out the way. I'm talking about map 1 in Bind, in which the team in which I mean MIBR was ahead around 11-7, so to speak, and but despite that you guys came back and just pulled off that comeback, and then that set the stage for the eventual win. How was that display possible? How was that comeback possible in map 1?
Um, I mean, we were always stronger on our attack side of bind. So, or I think, what half was it that we came back on? I don't remember actually.
It was in the tech side where you guys made that comeback.
Okay, so we were definitely like stronger on our attack side. So we were confident we could make it, but a lot of rounds started snowballing on top. So but we just had to keep our composure and just play how we played in scrims. So and then we pulled through.
Oh yeah, for sure, and it definitely did. As I said before, set the stage for the series. But again, in map 2, you guys lost that in the split. What were some of the challenges that you feel the team couldn't overcome in that second map?
I definitely think it was like the first starting 5 rounds. They started like double popping, double dashing, double entering, and we knew what they were doing, but we didn't adapt fast enough to win the rounds. So that snowballed us a little bit on map 2. But then we started coming back. We adapted, and then on the attack half, we We just got taken out. I'm gonna be honest. I didn't get many chances to take the opening duel, and I got taken out through walls. So
Yeah,
yeah.
because yeah, it definitely did, set you guys back in that regard. And so, you mentioned about, the sort of struggles that you experienced in that second half of that second map. Exactly what caused it for you in particular?
Um, I guess it's just the way the map is played, I believe, because you're not allowed to take a lot of fights on split because it's very utiled like base map basically. So yeah, that was about it. I think we just got out utiled to be honest.
Oh yeah, and yeah, then that set the stage to that third map in Lotus, in which, of course, it was fairly equal, for the most part, especially as it reached the halfway point. But then, of course, you turned it on and you just, um, basically outshone everyone. And yeah, like, I know you touched upon, exactly, your state, your mental state, and how that kind of transpired on in the moment. But exactly how did that switch or that spark even happen, starting from the start of the second map, the second half, with you guys on defending side?
I'm gonna be honest. Everything that sparked it was the pistol on 4K. Honestly, I just shot my gun and it all ended. And then after that, I was just on fire.
Oh yeah, then did it feel like you, well, I understand, like, it was kind of like an in the zone kind of thing. And so,
Mhm.
um how did you view your individual performance as that second half, transpired round by round, and you were starting to get a sense that, okay, maybe this is going to be more about you than everybody else in the team?
Um, I guess it just comes from within me to like just keep the confidence, like even if I'm having a bad game. And so I just kept shooting my gun and it worked out.
Of course, of course. And I now want to pivot towards, the fact that you made your debut in C9, after, playing with G2 last season. And of course, I've had some conversations, with some of your teammates and also your coach Amy, prior to the start of the season. But I also been, transitioning to a team such as C9, and also on top of that, transitioning to VCT Americas Tier 1, after playing in Tier 2 for quite a good while.
Mhm. Oh, what was the question again?
Yeah, transitioning from tier 2 to tier 1, what was that kind of thing like for you?
Honestly, it was a long awaited transition. Like I was waiting. I honestly like wanted to play in French since last year. So I mean, yeah, it was just I mean great. I got to just show up and play now. I finally made it to the franchising league.
How has the rest of the team been supporting you, given that you are the duelist, and you're the one that of course obviously seizes the initiative first and foremost. How has it been, with the rest of the team, supporting you compared to how it was back then in your past teams?
Um, I don't like remember the differences, but I guess this team gives I mean, I have 3 very, like not older, but 3, like, experts, and, like, and they've played the game for a pretty long veterans, I meant to say, for a very long time, and they just tell me what to do, and I go. They just support me. They just tell me.
Taking a little bit of focus on, what about vanity? Because, of course, him being the ideal, what's that kind of dynamic like with, working with him, and then, him having to direct, the rest of the team and yourself during matches?
Ant does it very well, but what he tells me to do is he just, like, "Don't think, just go and shoot your gun. That's all you have to do.
All
Just
right,
don't think about it."
short and concise. Of course, you gotta love it. Just don't focus on anything else, just other than just playing in. Um, you mentioned a little bit, shortly after the series in the post match interview, and Smixed asked about, a remark that Demon1 made about you. Of
Mhm.
you being the worst duelist in the league. What was walk me through that timeline? What was how did that even happen? What was your reaction, and how you basically came off of that?
Honestly, I took it as a joke. I just like to use a name so that it puts me like I'm bad, so, yeah, it paints a good picture for me.
Did that give you like extra motivation to, now for this next encounter, what with NRG in the horizon?
Yeah, it gives you the most confidence I could have, and also I just think it's funny. We'll have some fun.
Oh yeah, well, for sure, and also the rest of the fans will have fun watching that. Uh, one final question, of course, against NRG. I know I mentioned about Demon1, but what are your thoughts on just taking on that team, which is regarded as one of the best heading in to the start of the season? So, what are your thoughts on your next opponent um, for the next match?
I think, of course, we are the underdogs. They're renowned as like the best, I guess, America's team, you can say. NRG, they have the Optic Core, and then they have Demon1 champion and Ethan, the champions last year. But I mean, you just gotta have confidence against people like that, or else they're just gonna beat you. So
Of course. And one more question: um, where do you view yourself, duelist? As a duelist, in the league compared to the rest of the other people in your role. Where do you see yourself at right now?
um, I don't. I honestly don't know. So we'll have to see when I play throughout the season. So
All right, well, we'll definitely see how that plays out. Well, Oxy, thank you so much again for taking the time. I really appreciate it, and best of luck for next week and also in the future.
thank you.